Flosstube, it's Lauren McCleary, Texstylust. Welcome to the 21st day of Vlogmas. Hi Flosstubies, it's Lori. Welcome back. We are here for another day of Vlogmas. I'm going to do some rambling today. That's probably the best word to describe. I just pulled out a few things to talk about. I have spent almost the entire day working on the French general bedroom, which I will share the decorations a little bit later in the video. The walls in there are still pretty bare, more or less. And because I have lots and lots of plans, but I really don't have anything set ready to go yet for the bedroom for Christmas. But I did put my favorite French toile coverlet in there, and my family's going to be here, so I have the twin beds pushed together so that it makes a king-size bed. That does kind of change up how I decorate a little bit. I had to rearrange the room, and I think it looks pretty good. This really is actually the first time since I've lived in this house full time that I have decorated, really put some effort into decorating. The first year, of course, was the pandemic, and I had just finished cancer treatment, so I was not moving around. The second year, well, even actually every year since, I do put a few things up, but I've never really decorated, kind of like what I used to decorate before in my previous home. So I forgot how exhausting it can be, but I am having fun. I'm figuring out what's working and what's not working. I really have to go through my decorations and figure out what really should stay and what should go. But with my kids here and my granddaughter who likes to decorate, maybe I can spend some time going through things and see if there's anything in particular that they want that I'm no longer going to use. Maybe and kind of refine what my decor is. I pretty much have decided here in the great room, I really prefer the more simple woodland theme. I always like having a good red in here. I like woodsy things. I haven't put up my main tree yet, but that main tree will have the colors will be neutrals and kind of like tarnished gold, tarnished bronze, tarnished looking things, and then a lot of wood and woodland looking things, owls and polar bears and stags and things like that. So That tree I have to go unbury in my studio, and it takes a cart to bring it in. So I'm not looking forward to that part of it. I'm looking forward to it being up and decorated, but I'm not looking forward to that part of it. So it's kind of getting put off until last. But I did, as I said, work on the French terminal bedroom today. But aside from that, I wanted to talk about, a few things. I wanted to, I'll just do this right now before I forget. Yesterday, I did not put something in the box, and I'm going to show you what it is. And it is a yard of this really, really pretty big rickrack. And what you can do with the rickrack that's wide like this is you can fold it in half and put half on either side. And so you get this really pretty kind of wavy thing. So I'm putting a yard of that into the basket. And then for today, it's also rickrack, but it is more narrow, and it's the beautiful red. And it just occurred to me, I'm not sure if it will work. Oh, it still look cute where you could put one on top of the other. So those are going in the basket. So that was for yesterday and today. And there we go. This is getting to be quite a great little collection here. So for those of you who are kind of joining us later in the Vlogmas, everyone can still participate. So I'm going to kind of go over the rules again, and then I'm going to give you information about how this is going to play out. So every video I've posted somewhere in the video a word of the day. Please do not put the word of the day in the comments, but to participate in this giveaway, you must keep track of every single word of the day for all 25 days. Again, fingers crossed that we're going to make it all 25 days. And at the end of the 25 days, I'm going to give you a little bit of time, and I'm going to ask you to email me the list of words of the day. From all of the correct lists of words of the day, I will draw a single winner for this giveaway. So you must be 18. I am so sorry, but I cannot do this outside of the United States. I've gotten contacted a lot, and I feel really bad that I can't do this for our friends across the pond and our friends up north in Canada and anywhere else in the world. The shipping is just way too expensive. However, I am going to add on to this for our friends that are outside of the United States. I'm going to give away a gift card to 123 Stitch. So if it ships to your country, if 123 Stitch ships to your country, I will give, in addition to this, a gift card to those of you who live outside of the United States. So if you want to play along, you still have an opportunity. Even if you're just joining us today, you can go back and watch every video and keep track of the list. So as I said, at the end of the 25 days, which will end on Christmas Day, you will have until New Year's Eve. Let's say noon. New Year's Eve. You will have until then to email me the list. And then sometime New Year's Eve, I will choose the winner, and I will post a little video, and I will show who the winner is for that. And then I will give them like 3 days to contact me to let me know that they won and give me the information to ship to them. So I think I've answered all of the questions. If I didn't answer a question concerning that, please drop me a comment or email me at texstylust@gmail.com, which is in the description down below. And feel free to ask me any other questions. So I hope that covers it. And I hope, I know it's not the box of goodies, but I really do want everyone to be able to participate. It's just, we need to figure this shipping thing out. Okay. So some of the things that I pulled out, I thought I would share with you from my decorations is this old set of stockings. And I was looking at them today. I'm going to show them, but I was looking at them today and thinking that I really need to do a new set of stockings. Of course, we have new family members now, so I don't have stockings for them that match. And I really would like to do something like that. But these are ones that I did quite a while ago. I believe this is Susan Wing It. These were panels that I went through and then hand stitched on a lot. Hand quilted the front, and I embroidered names. So this one's mine. And some of the doodads are falling off, like I'm missing a jingle bell here. These are buttons. I have a lot of little hand stitches here and there. And then the back is also quilted. And each tree has been quilted around, so it's an actual stocking. We use these and have used these since, well, probably over almost 30 years, 28 years, I believe. So this one's mine, and then they all have a little wooden thing with our name on it. This one's for my son. He's also missing, well, it looks like all the doodads are on his. So this one was for my son. I believe the panel had 4 in it. And again, a lot of hand stitching on these. And they all have the same back. And like I said, those I didn't hand stitch. I think these I machine stitched, but I stitched around all the trees. And then this one was for my daughter, and she's also missing like some jingle bells and some doodads. So these were well-loved stockings. They were a great size because you could fit a lot in them. But as I mentioned, I really would like to make some new stockings. I'm not going to jump into the endeavor of cross-stitching stockings. That would take me forever. I'm such a slow stitcher anyway. And I have a lot of other things in the queue, I just wouldn't probably do that. Now, wool stockings, that's something I might do, and maybe punch needle stockings or embroidered stockings. Those I could probably do. But what I wanted to ask everyone is if you have any recommendations of some beautiful stocking patterns that you could recommend. I saw a couple on Pinterest yesterday that were wool, like a cream colored wool and red wool, which really jumped out at me. I liked that a lot. I'm not sure if that's the right color combination for my decor, but if you have some beautiful favorite stocking patterns or suggestions, it doesn't have to be limited to cross stitch. Anything across the needle arts I would be interested in, but if you have some suggestions, please let me know. So while I was out there, I also thought I would bring in a couple of my kitted quilts that I have kitted up. Some of these I've shared before. Maybe one of these I haven't, but these are on my list of things that I really want to make, and I'll kind of share the fabrics with you. This one is called Fa La La. It was in issue number 86 of Quilt Mania. This is a black and white picture because I usually copy things out of the magazine and put them with my kitted fabric, so I know what everything's for. If I can find a color picture, I will insert it somewhere in here. And then just to show you, these are the beautiful fabrics that I have pulled. This was not something that was kitted for me. This is something I went and pulled individual fabrics to make. So it's beautiful deep reds and creams, and then it had blues and teals to go in there. A couple of my quilting friends from Olympia have made this. They have another name for the quilt that is not mentionable on there. They said it wasn't quite as easy as they were led to believe, but I'm still going to make it. It's just a beautiful quilt, and I thought I would share that with you. And then I have an old block of the month. I used to belong to a local Thimbleberries club. This is many years ago. That was in a quilt shop that was just outside of town. It was in the next town over where I lived in Olympia. And I think I have 2 years worth of, or 2 block of the months that went a whole year that are Thimbleberries. But this one, to me, always, it's Christmassy, and I still want to make it. It's a beautiful quilt. It actually turns out to be a king size quilt. And I'll probably still keep it that size. It came, of course, with all of the fabric, and I just thought I'd share that with you. And this one, it was 2008, so that tells you how long ago it was. And the quilt is called Lodge, and it's the Big Club quilt. And this is what it looks like, all made up. And I don't recall, I think there were 2 colorways. Yes, okay, so this was the second colorway. It had more blues, was a little bit brighter. I did this colorway, of course. And it's just, the fabrics are gorgeous. I'm just gonna pull out a few and share with you. There's a panel, I'll pull it out. The panel goes in the middle, and this is what the panel looks like. I think I have a couple versions of, or a couple pieces of the panel. But the browns and the greens, they're all just the right colors for me. And I love this. I would go every month. We'd have like a little potluck get together and chit chat. We never sewed when we got together. It was all more talking about the quilt, and I was working a lot during that time. So I'd go and pick up my fabric and hang out with the ladies for, you know, a couple hours, and then I packed it in my little box here, and it just never got made. So here's some of that. Look at that fabric. Isn't that gorgeous? That red. The dark fabric is this, I think this is the backing. Look at that backing fabric. Isn't this gonna be pretty? I don't know where it's gonna fit in the big scheme of things of quilts that I'm making, but I'd still definitely wanna make this quilt. Oh, this one had really pretty pine cone fabric in there. And to me, this is just the quintessential Thimbleberries. Oh, so this actually is not backing. This is borders. And this is the backing. Isn't that pretty? So I thought I'd share that with you and remind myself how beautiful it is, and, you know, make a decision whether this is something that needs to move up in the order of things. Gosh, there's just so many quilts, and there's one I'm going to show you here that's still another one I really, really want to make. Let me get this one put away here. This quilt, oof, it's heavy. This was, when I saw this quilt made, where did I see it? I think I saw it at a show. And so the Sew Expo used to happen there was a Sew Expo, it's usually the end of February, beginning of March in Puyallup, which is north of Olympia. And then in November, they'd have a Quilt Expo, and it was probably the November one. But I saw this quilt made, and I ordered the pattern from the designer. Oh gosh, do I not have, I don't have the paper pattern. So I'm going to put a picture up here of what it looks like. And this is called Christmas in Italy. And it was my introduction to French General fabrics. And so once I got the pattern, I started purchasing French General fabrics. So I'm going to share some of these. And these are early French General fabrics. So here is, and I didn't necessarily buy exactly for the quilt. If it's something I really liked, I bought a lot. This one, I'm not sure, is that a French General? It is a French General. I don't remember this one. And this one. And I got a jelly roll. And this is Rouen Doux. So it must have been the second version of it. I got some of the grazes and the creams. And I don't know if you can see that. There is a print on there. Same with these two. They're tonals, or not tonals. They're usually we would call them generally white on white. These are not white, but they are very, very lightly printed. Of course, just basic French General red. There. Oh, again, one of my very favorites. And I think I collected these over a couple of years. But I keep them all together, even though I have a whole other collection of French General. I keep these together because these are the ones that either were called for or I purchased for that quilt. Oh, another one I love. Love, love, love that one. And I know I'm going to have a ton of scraps left over, which is just fine with me. And oh, this one. Isn't that pretty? And a little fleur-de-lis. This, I wish I could find a whole bolt of this. I think there is a Blackbird quilt that is made with this. So I thought I would share that, and I would share the quilt. It's very pretty, and you know, it's on the list. It's on the list of things, quilts I want to make. It's really hard because I love quilting and I love stitching and I like embroidery and I like to knit, which is newer to me, and I like to I want a punch needle. I want to spin. I have a spinning wheel now. And I just need more time, more something so I can get it all done. But I just thought I would share those with you because I thought you would enjoy them. Okay. The last thing I want to show, I talked a little bit about a friend of mine who had brought a bunch of stuff to our quilting group that was from an estate where she was given a lot of things, and we kind of picked some things. So one of the things I chose from there is this this tree, this feather tree, and it needs a lot of TLC. It's falling apart, but I thought it had a ton of potential. And I don't know if I'll get it done this year. I intend to put it in the prim room, but there's some really cool things on there. I mean, look at the nest with the bird. I need to fix these branches. Some of the things I will take off and reuse, and some I may not, or use some other way. But it is in the spool. And I think this little teddy bear, I think I'm going to freshen him up, and I think he's going to stay there. But I wanted to share it with you, and I'll kind of share as I start to work on this, my journey of revitalizing, oh, this is definitely going to stay, revitalizing this feather tree and seeing what we can make out of it. I kind of envision maybe doing some Scandinavian ornaments to put on there, possibly even little tiny knitted like sweaters or mittens or something. I'm not sure if I'm quite good enough yet to do that for knitting, but you know, I'll give it a try. You never know. So I'm kind of excited to play with this and see what I can do with it. And I may frost it a little bit, you know, spray it a little bit with the greenery with white to give it some frosting. I definitely need to do some cleanup on it, on the spool, and I think I might do some chippy red paint or something like that on the spool because I think that would look really cute. So, oh, and there's a little cinnamon ornament here. But anyway, I thought it was cute, so I thought I'd share that too. So that's all I have today. I hope everyone's holidays are going well. Let's see, today is the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th. So we've got 4 days left. I'm going to try to set aside time again to tomorrow. I said it would be either today or tomorrow to do the little needlebook tutorial. I have not done baking yet this year, and I don't know if I will get it done. So I try to stay away from the sugar. My son has requested some molasses cookies. That's not a very special recipe. I may actually end up doing some baking on Christmas Day because my family's not arriving until the day after. So we might do that on Christmas Day. You never know, but we'll see. Anyway, I will see everyone tomorrow, and I hope your holidays are going well. And until then, bye-bye.